Ready. Set.
Gamecast.
Welcome to Ready, Set Gamecast, a bi-weekly podcast about video games and the final appearance of Teddy Chinaris. I'm Bryce, and I'm joined by the lady in blue, Dexterity.
Oh, I need more blue. Why did you say that? Oh, God.
I was about to say, I was like, is she in blue?
No, I'm in black.
She's got blue hair. It counts.
Barely.
And the holder of the key, Matt.
I guess that's me. The holder
What
of the key.
are you holding?
And
Is that like a Kingdom Hearts reference?
Can I borrow the key?
What's the key to?
I don't know. Can I hold it?
Is it to a
sounds
door?
powerful.
Is it to a chest? Like what?
I don't want you holding my key.
and his final appearance on RSG as a host, Teddy Chinaris.
Hello, hi. I know I've been gone for a while. I was out journeying to the Misty Mountain to get my gold back from that dang dragon. But I'm back.
I very
Only
nearly
for a
spit
little
up
while.
my soda.
What soda are you drinking today,
Hobbit
Bryce?
reference.
What am I drinking? Mellow Yellow.
Why am I not surprised?
Because that's what I pretty much always
Why?
drink.
Next question. Why is it in the can? You are wasting an opportunity right now to have a glass of Aurora
nothing.
Borealis.
Might I please have a glass with a blue Powerade and a fresh Mellow Yellow, please? Thank you.
Man, I hope Aaron really edits this to make just you look terrible.
Please bring it
She
in.
doesn't need to
in-
edit anything to make that happen.
Bring it on a silver platter.
That's also a good point.
because I have one sitting around.
Make sure it's polished.
Teddy, how the last 3 to 4 years been?
Dude, it's been good. I mean, I'm sure I'll say more at the end, but this was, I mean, what year did we start this?
I didn't know I'd be questioned. Hold on.
I'm just curious, because
Well,
like,
this is episode 72.
I think it was, no.
2017, I think.
Okay,
Or was
so
it
I was
2018?
definitely, I think we started this in my, oh God, how do years work in college
How
and
does
high school?
time
It's like
work?
freshman, sophomore, junior,
27
senior, yeah.
2017 is when.
Yeah, so sophomore. Yeah, so my second year of college. And then I went through my entirety of college with this every 2 weeks, and then a little bit after college. So it's seen a lot of different transitions in my life, and it's been nice to, even when I've been really busy, I get to every 2 weeks, it's I have a chance to come and sit down and be I get to do nothing but talk about video games right now. You know, I get to do nothing but talk about the thing that I really like. In a lot of weeks, I didn't really have time to play a lot of games, but it was a fun way. It was a great outlet throughout lots of different times of my life to have a place to talk about my favorite thing. Also, Bryce did get his Powerade.
You got it. No, it's a glass of Aurora Borealis. God.
Oh, okay. I see.
If you're wondering, it's half Powerade, half Mellow Yellow to give that good green color.
Wow, that's fancy. Oh, it just became a tree for a second there.
There's a tree at the bottom.
Oh, I gotta.
Oh, now it's teal.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta get the right. Nope, I can't do it.
No.
If
You
I
broke it.
try and make it happen,
You
it won't.
broke your glass of Aurora Borealis. Do you have any idea the implications that this could have?
I think I need to put more Mellow
That
Yellow
was
in it.
bad
It's a
words.
little too dark. I'll get it right by the end of the show.
I'm sure
it.
all the listeners will be watching intently.
Okay, it's perfect. You nailed it. Now I can stop watching. Yeah, I think it was August of 2017. I will look. I'm going through iTunes to the very first episode, and it's going to tell me. Did you guys know that episode 21 was called the Periodic Table of Awesome?
No.
That's a good name.
Sounds terrible.
I will say one of my biggest regrets is that one of the weeks that I took off was episode 69.
That was 2 weeks ago.
No.
And I know. I'm so mad.
Wait, was I there for episode 69?
I don't.
Were you here two episodes
You
ago?
might have been.
I don't. Yeah, I was 2 episodes ago because last
It's such a
episode I
bummer.
canceled on you guys.
No, you were here, weren't you?
Not last episode.
Are you sure? No, because you had just moved into your house last episode.
Let's just go ahead and pull it up on the Last Geek Plays YouTube.
I swear Darian was here
It's
last
just the
time.
Last Geek YouTube.
Last
it's not,
Geek YouTube. It's fine. Shh, I got it. So episode 69, nice.
Nice. The nice one.
The nice one.
The intro, which is very
Is that
cool.
the title? The nice one?
Hey, your girl's there. It's me. And I'm wearing a shirt that says Sword Smoocher on it.
If anyone
mad about
was
it.
curious, August 27th, 2017, Ready Set Gamecast Episode 0 debuted. The first episode of Ready Set Gamecast, we discussed Taylor Swift lore, PUBG, Final Fantasy, team killing, and so much more is the description.
Dude, PUBG was crazy.
I believe that one, the intro was like, hey, about video games and Taylor Swift, and the question was like, look at what you made me do, because she had that
Oh
song.
my god.
I think you right.
We were children.
I think you're right.
Dude,
Oh
have you
my
seen
God.
what we look
That's good
like in
stuff.
episode 0?
Okay, so real talk, I
No.
wanted this is kind of vain, but like I wanted to go back and look and see what my arms looked like on the first episode when I flexed, but then I remember compared to now, but then I remembered that I didn't actually do the flex for a long time. And I don't
Where's
know when I
episode
started doing
0?
it. So I can't find
YouTube?
it.
I can't find it on YouTube.
Are you checking the playlist for Ready Set Gamecast?
No, is it unlisted or anything?
No.
No.
Why can't I see it?
Oh,
Did you block
No.
me on YouTube?
What?
I'm just kidding.
Did we not?
It's not there.
Wow.
You're right. I don't think we had a video version for episode 0. I think that was.
I think you're right.
Yeah, we didn't do
Yeah.
a video version for episode 0. That's
Yeah.
I actually think I requested a video version, and
Yeah.
you started
Yeah,
doing it.
yeah, it was Matt. And I was a very big proponent of it
Yeah.
for the longest time. And then Matt was like, I watch a podcast on the video version all the time. Did you ever do it, Matt?
Yeah, I used to when I didn't
Nice.
have a podcast service I used, and now Spotify has pretty good
Yeah.
podcast listings, so...
Yeah, thankfully.
Oh my god, I was way skinnier.
I'm curious. Hold on.
Teddy's gonna go see what he
God.
looks set up. Should I link everybody to the thing so you don't have
It's
to
okay. I can find
Bryce
it.
looks like a child.
I
I also look like a child. Teddy also looks like a child.
God, our setups are so
Oh,
different.
shit. We do look a lot younger.
Wow,
Even
Teddy.
you
You're
two.
babies.
Even you two looked really young.
Yeah. My
Oh my
hair looks
God.
awful.
Guys, we just
Same,
we
though.
got
Which
we just
episode are you guys
disintegrated
looking at?
in the last 3
Episode 1.
Yeah, episode 1.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like
I mean,
our setups
you can
have
see
changed.
a
We
lot
have
more
gotten-
weight in my face, that's for sure.
We have gotten so much better at just talking and podcasting. We look halfway
Oh, yeah.
competent.
I haven't even listened to any of it. I've just been staring at us in silence while we're moving around and shit.
Look at how bad our lighting is in episode 1.
Mine was so bright.
My lighting is still bad.
Teddy, you're still
yeah,
bright.
mine's still not great, but
My-
I was very bright. But it was because my green screen, I couldn't get it to work unless the lighting was like fucking crazy bright.
I think I started the episode with the window open, so that was weird. And then at one point it got really dark, and then I turned my actual lights on.
Jeez.
Yeah, so much has changed since episode 1, and now we're entering the new era where it's
new
Yeah,
era.
Bryce used to edit it himself.
Yeah, God, it's gotten so much better now.
My first episode is episode 4. I was a guest
shit.
on episode 4.
Wow, that's crazy. That was some major foreshadowing right there.
Well,
that's what that was.
I mean, it was a deal of like we needed a guest because I don't know. I'm guessing Teddy wasn't able to make it.
Nobody else made it. It was just me and Bryce, it looks
Oh.
like.
Back in the day, Darian was the one who missed a bunch,
Oh, yeah.
and now the table turned later down the line.
Now
but
the turntables.
now the turntables. I just watched that episode of The Office the other day.
Yeah, I remember now because you
I
guys
didn't
were
miss
like,
one
it's
for a long
episode
time."
4. We can miss one. It's fine. And I'm like, I'm not starting that precedent. And we have never missed an episode. Even when we went to PAX, we got somebody to cover us. Which, I mean,
Right.
that's
Was
another
that
thing
me and
that
Bunny?
yeah, that was you
Yeah,
and
it was
Bunny.
you and Bunny.
Yeah, it was when you guys
That's
took
great.
over the show.
Which God, that was a fun little intro thing that
That
we
was a
did when
good-
we
yeah.
pre-record of like just the like, hey, welcome to Set Gamecast. Wait, something's happening.
Oh my god.
That was awkward as hell.
Super cheesy.
It was bad.
I don't know, like the
great.
final version I think was really cool.
It
but-
was fun. It was just
cheesy, yeah.
yeah.
But we all went to PAX for as RSG hosts and done all sorts of stuff as
Yeah,
part
man.
of this podcast stuff.
Yeah, it's really cool. I've had like the chance to like PAX is something I've wanted to go to since I was like 15. And I got the chance to go because of this podcast. It was great.
Let's not talk about video game news at all. Let's just reminisce.
All right.
Guys, what year did you say? 2017? What was your favorite video game from 2017? You know, let's just go back in time.
It would probably be easiest to figure that out by looking at what we talked about. I mean,
2017 video games. Oh, Breath of the
2017
Wild, obviously.
was the biggest year possibly ever, so.
the first year we did Game of the Year with Matt and Bunny.
Yeah, Matt and Bunny.
Man,
Yep.
I've been here for the whole time. Secretly.
You're like, I've been here forever, all right?
We picked Breath of the Wild that year, and Bunny
Yeah, Bunny was
did
not
like that.
happy about it. He did not enjoy that pick whatsoever.
Bunny could be here now, but he sided against us. So
He wanted
I wonder
PUBG,
why.
which PUBG probably also right up there.
it was a
really.
strong contender. Yeah, it was like I was the deciding vote.
It was huge back in the day.
yeah.
Now look at where we are with battle royales, man.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
true. How
Call of
many
Duty every
open
year.
world games have come out, you know?
Yeah.
But we've seen a lot of battle royales.
Yeah, if it wasn't for
I'm just
PUBG
kidding.
becoming a thing, we probably wouldn't have Fortnite. We wouldn't have
Nope.
Apex. Like
Yeah.
that was a big year in gaming.
Well, 2017 was huge in general. I mean, that was Breath of the Wild, plus Horizon, plus Persona 5. There was a couple other things. I remember Horizon, Persona, Breath of the Wild all came out relatively near each other, and I was like, I'm dying. I'm actually dying.
It's weird that if you Google 2017 video games, Breath of the Wild is the Wii U box art.
Oh yeah, that is weird. I remember I bought it on the Wii U and played it on the Wii U for the first
Oh,
like
there
20
you
hours
go.
because I didn't have a Switch. Couldn't afford it.
Well, I suppose we should talk about what games we've been playing in the year 2020. So, Darian, what have you been playing?
How dare you?
How dare you?
I've I've played about half an hour of just shapes and beats, and that's it. That was at the beginning of the podcast.
You didn't want to talk about the phone game thing that you?
I talked about it last week. It's
Okay.
called My Singing. It's called My Singing Monsters. It's great.
Yeah, I think
It's great.
I play it every single day.
so.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy just shapes and beats?
So far, yeah. And enough that I was excited about how excited I was about the game, and y'all were ignoring me. And so I
That's not
decided I'm not
true.
going to play any more of it until I'm on stream so that I could capture it because it was great.
We told you about the multiplayer modes.
Yeah,
and you were
I
like,
mean-
That's
yeah.
true.
Both me and Matt, I think, have played just shapes and beats. I played a little bit. I
I
might
actually haven't.
do a let's play of it at some point. We'll see, because that does support online play. It's a cool little rhythm based dodgy game.
It's like an avoider game, I feel like.
Yeah,
would
I
be
don't know
the-
what that genre is. Is that what it would be called? Is just avoid stuff?
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
dodgy game genre. That's the
I
one.
think avoider is like a game genre, technically.
Wow. Well, I finally finished Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I had no idea you were playing that.
I hadn't played it for like a year, and then there was a moment where I'm done with Animal Crossing pretty much. Like I might check in on it every day of just go talk to my favorite villager. That's about it. I don't buy turnips anymore. I honestly don't really care about the infrastructure.
Out of that turnip game, you know?
Yeah. Once you stop buying turnips, you might as well just like throw the cartridge away.
Oh my god.
I don't know about that.
I mean, I got 10 mil. I probably have over 10 mil in the bank, so it's like I don't need money anymore, and I don't know what I'm trying to achieve.
I don't even need money. That's how far I am in society.
Oh,
Damn.
so
I'm still on that Animal Crossing.
Aaron will probably yell at me if I don't make a big announcement. Pietro has left.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Calling
Yeah.
him Pietro now.
I figured
Pietro.
Darian would give me glare eyes if I called him Pietro.
Yeah, that's
Because
fair.
I proved him wrong.
Nah.
Oh, you did? Nice.
Yeah.
I
Anyway,
questioned it, and then I just went with it.
Anyway,
he's finally gone. He was definitely putting a damper on the stuff, and I replaced him.
Here.
I replaced him with a cool deer named Bo. I'm gonna go with Bo.
Is it Beau?
Yes,
Bo.
Bo. Yeah, he seems all right.
It seems all right.
He's not Prince. Like Prince is top tier. Anybody below that, like Meringue's on the higher tier. Everybody else, I'm kind of like, eh. I like Buck. Buck. Like when I first met him, like okay, but at this point, he's kind of a little bit endearing, just because like I've spent a lot of time with him.
Yeah, I remember you not really liking Buck back in the day.
Yeah,
when
it
you
was just
first
like
got
he's
him.
just like a jock. But I started, I bought him a bunch of cute outfits, and now I'm like, you're cool now. So I was like, okay, what do I play? And then I was like, oh, I guess I could try playing Red Dead. And I guess I was on the final chapter of the main game because apparently there is epilogue chapters, and I finally put that to bed. And it was interesting. Wow. I would say I think I feel like the story from 1 felt better. And I think it was maybe just like the story of Red Dead Redemption 2 just dragged. Like it was too long.
Oh.
And
I've heard that from people.
yeah, so if it was a little bit more tighter, I would have liked it a little bit better because yeah, I fell off for a long time because I was just like, when is it going to end? It should have like freaking every time they're like, okay, one last big job and it's all over. I'm like, cool, we're gonna do it. It's game over. It's gonna be great. Stuff's gonna happen. And they're like, oh man, well, that wasn't the last job. We got one more big job. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yikes.
I mean, that's like, have you ever watched Breaking Bad? Because that's like basically
Yeah.
the plot of that show.
That's the whole show is just one more job and then I'm out.
I mean, to be fair, Arthur, the main character, basically, like, by the end of the game, when they're like, one more big job, he's like, dude, you've said that like 20 times. I don't believe you.
That's funny.
But it's definitely interesting. I'll probably try and go through the epilogue, but I'm in no hurry. It was cool to see the end of the main story. I don't want to say too much about it, but like, it's a cool game. I would like to see another Red Dead another Red Dead game. Like, it was fun. They just need to make it shorter. Like, we don't need 100-hour games just to make 100-hour games. Like,
As somebody who's playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey, yes, please.
Matt, what have you been playing?
Yeah. I played a little more Animal Crossing like I do every day. Just a little more Animal Crossing, check in, see what's going on, buy some turnips if it's a Sunday, sell some turnips if it's any other day of the week that has a good price. I started my, how last time I was like, oh, I kind of feel like I'm ramping for some island renovation. I started my, what I'm calling my lake project. So I'm going to build a lake with an island in the middle with bridges to it.
Oh my god, I love that.
Yeah. And so to start that, I had to like modify my orchard a bit, and I'm putting a road through my orchard and added a new ramp. So things are going in Animal Crossing. I'm still on, I don't have a lot of money, I guess, or I still have like a loan to pay, so I'm still on the hook. Other than that, I guess I played Legends of Runeterra. I feel like I did at some point recently. I made a deck. I'd never played with the deck.
Nice.
And that was kind of it.
Damn.
Teddy, what do you think of Runeterra? People have heard me talk about it.
It's great. I've been playing it legitimately almost daily, which is so
wow.
weird Yeah, I play almost every morning, and I play for like an hour. I sit down and play.
Nice.
But the games can be long, so it's usually 2 or 3 matches. And
Are you playing like PvP ranked stuff?
Yeah, I'll do ranked. I've made my way to bronze 2, which is
Okay.
pretty exciting. Because you go through iron. You go through the iron division as well. And you go all the way up through there, and then you start at bronze 5, 4, 3, 2. So like I'm pretty proud of that. It's not too bad.
Did you buy anything like starter bundle or anything?
I did not buy any cards, but
Okay.
I was dealing with like a pretty stressful like freelance project for a while, and I told myself, I was like, when I finish this, I've been really loving Legends of Runeterra, and I paid literally nothing for this game, and I've been playing it almost daily. Once I get my freelance check, I'm gonna go buy a Guardian, which I got a little bird.
Nice.
I got the Silver Wing, and then the Hall of Valor board, which
Nice,
changes
yeah.
like your music and how it looks. So
I like the play
that was
areas a
fun.
lot, yeah.
Yeah, they added a couple too.
I'm
But
still a
it's
big
fun.
baby about the PvP and haven't touched it, just on AI. So
Oh, dude, you got to get in there. People aren't that crazy, especially if you do ranked, because I'm pretty sure they do pair you up with like skills. So you're gonna be put against people in Iron 5, and like you're gonna be kind of working your way up in knowledge with other people too. You know?
do you find that people use like the default decks, or do they use decks they've made from the base cards?
I honestly didn't really mess with the default decks too much. Like I played with them like, I don't know, 4 times, and then like started modifying, and then just ended up making my own with stuff. So I don't really remember what's in them too much. But like you see all sorts of different stuff, but like nothing too crazy, and nothing that I've not come across a thing where I'm like, oh, that's broken. That is a
Right.
broken meta thing that I have no option to play against. Usually it's like if I'll go up against the deck, like, do you know how elusive cards work?
Yeah.
You do, right? Yeah. So like if I go up against a deck that has a bunch of elusives, then it's like, shit, I have none of those in my deck, so I have nothing. I can do nothing. And it's just a bunch of little learning things like that as you go. As like you start seeing other people who have certain things, and you're like, okay, I can tweak my thing around. It's really fun.
Do you find yourself using one deck, or do you have a couple you play?
I have 2 I have 2 main ones that I go back and forth with. But I have a bunch made, and some of them were made for like daily quests just to get XP.
Yeah.
But I go between 2. I go between a Demacia and Freljord deck and a Demacia and Ionia deck. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Darian, are you going to play it?
Yep.
Nice.
Are you actually?
You can play it on your phone.
It's true. That's kind of why I started playing it. I played it on PC and I was enjoying it, and then I got it downloaded on my Kindle, on my tablet, and I
Nice.
like sit down at night, like pop it open, like relax. It was great. It's super chill.
I played the shit out of God, what's the
Hearthstone.
No, I
T.
did used to play a lot.
See,
I don't know.
that's why I started Runeterra, was because I remembered a time when, like, back when I started college, I got into Hearthstone pretty, like, for a good bit. Like, I was playing ranked and stuff for a couple months. And I was like, man, I really kind of miss that. It would be fun to do that with a new card game. So that's kind of why I tried it.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, it's fun.
I also played a little more Cloudpunk. Like an hour. I gotta finish that game soonish. I think I'm like halfway through, actually, honestly. But it's still fun to drive around, do deliveries. Super narrative focused. I talked about it a couple of times, so I don't want to spend too much time on it. But it definitely got better the further I got into the game. I thought it started kind of slow, but I like it where it's at now.
I actually follow the devs on Twitter, and I saw they actually just added a first-person camera to the game.
Oh, nice. Really?
Yeah, where you can get down in it.
I gotta check that out. That sounds really cool. That game has a really cool style because it's all like, cube pixels, basically, like 3D pixel art, I would call it.
That reminds me real quick. I did play a little bit of a game called After Party, which you guys should all be playing because we're doing a thing for it.
Yeah, we should plug that.
We'll be plugging it later in the thing. I have been playing it on Xbox One, where I have had issues where it chugs a little bit on my Xbox One S. So I'll probably end up playing it on PC.
When is that due?
If
Next
next
Like it's
show you have
homework.
2 weeks.
Fuck. Oh, fuck.
Pretty short game, right?
Darian, I want to point out that Darian was a big fan of this was originally Matt's idea, and Darian was like, "Yeah, this is great, let's do it." And I'm like, "Okay, we're gonna
it's
do
super
this."
short.
Hold on.
Ah!
I bought a house and moved, and I have a $5,000 plumbing bill. Congratulations on your new house. $5,000 down, literally down the fucking drain.
Why did you?
Fuck. Sorry, I haven't had time to play a video game.
Why did you dump $5,000 down your drain?
Because they were like, this is the only way we can unclog your drain. You have to dump money down it.
Sounds like that would clog it.
I don't know. It works. It works now.
Oh my god.
Teddy, what you got for us?
I've been playing, like I said, Legends of Runeterra. I do that. I've been doing that on my morning streams for like an hour, and then I'll hop into Halo 5 PvP Arena, just doing that for like an hour too. Like playing those 2 games daily has been a lot of fun during the week. Also did Minecraft Dungeons when that came out. Beat the story.
I played like 5 seconds of it. It was like, okay.
I didn't mention it. I've been playing that too. That's the game I've played most this past week.
It's so good,
It's
right?
really
It's
good.
awesome. It's so fun. It's perfect too because I've been rewatching The Office lately, and it is very much once I finished the story in Minecraft Dungeons, I'm just playing it because it is a power grind. It is a Destiny power grind, and I'm like, I can put The Office on my other monitor and just grind. That's it.
Yeah, it's an action RPG, so you think like Diablo or Path of Exile, something like that.
Yeah.
You know, third person, and you're getting loot for doing dungeons and killing lots of minions and getting super
Isometric.
OP. Isometric. It looks so good. Like visually I
Visually,
wish
it looks great.
Minecraft looked like that. Not that camera perspective, just everything about the look of the game. Minecraft should look like that. Like they should offer a patch that has that to toggle on.
Texture packs, man, on PC. They're crazy. Yeah, it's super fun. And weirdly enough, it's super simple. It's a very simplified version of Diablo, but the weapons and the different kind of weapons and different kind of armor you can get with the enchantments and like the unique versions provide like some really cool and fun and unique and interesting like combinations of ways to play, which I was not expecting. So that's been fun. It's a fun little thing to grind. And then I have also been playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey off stream. I bought that on PC and restarted. I'm sure when that game came out in 2018, you heard me playing that game on this podcast. But no, I did that on PS4 and stopped about 30 hours in, and I have not finished it or gotten much further on PS4. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy it on PC. I'm gonna have 60 frames. It's gonna be great. And oh my god, it's been such a great decision. It's so much better on PC. It's great. And I'm past where I was in PS4, which is awesome. I'm like progressing.
Hey, did you ever talk about Valhalla?
Yeah. Oh no, Teddy hasn't told us what he thinks of the new one because he hasn't been on the show since that announcement.
No, I haven't.
What do you think of Assassin's Creed Valhalla?
I'm excited. I will say they had there's articles going around about how it's apparently purposefully not going to be as large as Odyssey.
Good.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I was like, cool, awesome. Odyssey is awesome and amazing. And honestly, if it continues the way that it has been and finishes the way that it has been going, it will be one of my favorite games of all time. But like, I don't need another one of that size.
Yeah.
I'm good. Like, it's crazy big. So I'm excited for Valhalla. It looks cool, but there's not too much you can really go off of because of that gameplay.
Do you think they're gonna lean in? So like God of War obviously, right, had the Norse mythology stuff. Do you think they're gonna lean into like mythological power magic kind of stuff, or are they gonna
Weirdly enough, I'm not sure they should, but yes. If Odyssey and Origins is any indication, they will.
Like they've gotten more
Because-
magical with it.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they've gone
Don't you-
very.
Don't you fight a
mystical.
minotaur?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And I remember there was a scene in Origins where you fight like a. Oh god, I don't even know what it was. I think it was like a giant snake monster thing. And they justify it with the lore somehow. So far, everything that I've experienced in Odyssey is like still somewhat grounded. But I know that one of the DLCs is like the Fate of Atlantis, where you go to Atlantis. So I'm like, all
cool.
right. Like, I don't know how they're gonna justify that, but we'll see.
And this brings us to the news. Hey guys, who here saw Sonic the Hedgehog the movie?
Not me.
Wow.
The crickets.
I don't.
I'm pretty
I have-
sure you're the only one who has.
I don't have crickets, but I have this.
I have crickets on mine, but you're not gonna hear it, so it's not worth it.
Okay.
It does nothing
Imagine
for
crickets.
you. But I can play crickets for myself, is what I'm saying.
Okay then. Well, there's going to be a new Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Paramount Pictures and Sega confirmed on May 28th, with the director Jeff Prowler and screenwriter Pat Casey and Josh Miller returning to develop the follow-up. We saw Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie, starring Ben Schwartz as Sonic. He freaking nailed it. Everybody should see it. James Marsden as a human cop, and Jim Carrey as Dr.
Yikes
Robotnik.
in these times.
It's my favorite kind of cop.
Also, there
My
was
least
some.
favorite kind of cop.
Also, there was some very good Olive Garden product placement, and
Can you explain that to me? What the? Apparently, that whole movie is about getting to Olive Garden.
well, so there's two product placements in the movie. One I think was like for Zillow, because at one
nice.
I
point
heard about that.
Isn't that like an apartment renting thing?
In-house.
you can look for
I
how.
was
House
literally using that like 5 minutes ago.
I used it to find my house.
Oh wow.
You can look for apartments and houses on it, and like at one point the main character is like, I'm gonna move to San Francisco, and his wife's like, good, you can use Zillow, it's a great service.
This is
middle of the
totally
movie?
natural and normal.
No, it was super weird, and like
Oh my
and the camera
God.
pans to a laptop with Zillow open, and I'm like, okay, that's a bit much.
Wow.
I recently watched Upload, and the first episode of that is like super product placement-y, and it's like really distracting, even though it's like the joke. It's still like, this still feels awful. Why did they do this?
That's a bummer. I'm gonna watch that soon. It's the
It's
other
pretty good.
Greg Daniels show that's out. So
Yeah, so the Zillow one was just very like product placement, but the Olive Garden one was very good because like I don't remember what the first reference was. Oh, I think they were just like, yeah, and afterwards we can get some Olive Garden because when you're there, you're family. And I was like that's kind of obnoxious and
awesome.
like in a slightly funny way. But then later,
God.
like this is like spoilers for a joke. They receive for a reward for a thing they did. They receive a gift card to Olive Garden. And they're like
That's great.
okay, thanks. Like it was kind of like a yeah, we're supposed to mention Olive Garden, so we're doing it in this kind of goofy fun way, and I actually liked it. I like the Olive Garden references. The Zillow one was a little bit dumb. I'm excited for all the cool product placement. See, I think that they didn't think the Sonic movie would do well, so they were like, we just need to put in product placement to make our money. But it did really well after they redesigned the character. And
It's like the #1 movie in theaters this year, right?
I don't know if that can't be true.
I mean, theaters haven't been
There's
open
no
for like
way.
3 months, so
hold on, #1 theater movie 2020. Let's see. Bad Boys for Life, followed by
Oh.
Sonic the Hedgehog,
Oh, number 2.
and then Birds of Prey.
Number
Wow.
2. Wow. Sonic did better than Birds of Prey.
Apparently. Well, Birds of Prey was R as well, so.
Yeah, so Sonic 2 coming soon. There is a Are you guys going to see the Sonic movie?
I plan to watch it at some point.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
I don't
There's
know
an
when,
after the
but-
credits thing for it's the Sonic movie that hints at some future stuff to come. So I'll be excited to see that play out in the next movie. I'm hoping to see more of Sonic's friends show up, especially Shadow. Like
They're
when
gonna have to redesign Tails.
why?
I don't know. I just assumed he looked like an abomination.
This looks like a monster.
Honestly, like
They have to redesign.
you know, in the start of the movie, like Jim Carrey doesn't look like Dr. Robotnik, but he eventually like gets there, and it's pretty.
That's
great.
cool.
Does he ever get the weird belly?
Yes. Yes, he does.
How
So-
does he just stress eat a bunch and all of a sudden he's supposedly fat? Like
Some
what?
stuff happens. Some great stuff happens. Just
What?
enjoy the good times.
Man, that's awesome.
But until Sonic the Hedgehog comes out, we've got some new exciting announcements that we can look forward to. Teddy?
Yeah, like the PlayStation 5 actually having news and shit. By the time you guys hear this, it will have been yesterday. But on June 4th at 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, Sony's holding a PlayStation 5 stream. It's supposed to be over an hour. It's supposed to have a look at new PS5 games and whatnot. I'm pretty sure the marketing thing they used for it was like the future of gaming.
Do you think we will see actual gameplay in this one as
Yes.
opposed to where Xbox was like, we're just going to show so much gameplay? And it was
Well-
like, did you?
There was still gameplay in Xboxes, but not for Assassin's Creed, that's for sure. That was
What are they going to
bullshit.
show, though? They just showed Ghost of Tsushima, and they just showed...
Well, hopefully everything that they're working on. Hopefully a
Last
God
of
of
Us.
War 2 teaser. Hopefully Spider-Man 2. Hopefully Horizon Zero Dawn 2. Horizon 1 Dawn, as we like to call it.
And I would also like them to show those same games that we've seen, but like what they'll look like on PS5.
Yeah, just like a quick, you've seen this,
Yeah,
but
I think
you're
they
right.
will. I don't think it'll last long if they do that.
Yeah, well, I want to be like, here's what playing The Last of Us will look like on PS4. Here's what it'll look like on PS5. Oh,
Do
remember?
like, you saw this, and then whoop, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the only problem with that is that it's not out right now. So, like, they get people who are going to be like, oh, I'll just wait for PS5, you know? And then they don't sell as much right now. So I think if they do that, it's not going to be very blatant and it won't last very long. But I think they will. I don't think they're going to show comparison, but I think they will be like, here's what it looks like on PS5.
I have a feeling that PS5 is going to sell out. That it's going to be really hard
I mean,
to get a PS5.
there were rumors before about how not just because of coronavirus, but it was because of some other reason that like Sony's purposefully only going to make a certain amount at the beginning. So
I will be curious, and I'm pretty sure it will be the case that we will probably get pre-orders for it at the end of this announcement. Like this announcement
You think
seems
they're
like a
going to
big
price
thing.
pre-order
Yeah, we still
Release date.
don't know the price of either
what
console.
it looks like?
what it looks like, price, release date, pre-orders, hopefully.
I would also like
God, please.
for the teaser for this event, they're kind of showing the controller in shadow, but it looks like it might be black, and it's like I would like a black one. Give me a full black one.
It
that sounds
seems
really
like it
cool.
looks like a black one.
It could like in some shots you're like, is that fully black or is that just shadow?
Yeah.
I wonder if they do like a charcoaly, like slate kind of thing.
I don't know.
I don't know why they would.
I've seen a bunch of them in solid colors, and I think it looks great in solid color. The like two-tone-ish just looks weird.
Yeah, I don't think they're... It's like, I don't know, Like, I have two PS4 controllers right here. One's silver, one's white, and then eventually they have all sorts of different kind of colors. They'll make other ones.
Well, yeah, they'll make other controllers, but I think I would like a cool looking controller out the box. I don't want a shitty looking controller, but also I think that's all the way the controller is going to look is going to tell us what the console is going to look like.
Yeah, I mean that's why they showed the white one first. The console's gonna be white. If it is not, I will be shocked.
Do you guys think it's going to look like the Series X, where it looks like a PC tower but small?
No, I have a feeling it's going to
I
look
don't
like a
think so.
PS4, like a beefier PS4.
It's gonna be more like that. Yeah.
I
It's
would
not gonna be it's not going to look exactly like a PS4 because that's kind of what a PS4 Pro is. It's just a double stacked PS4. But it'll be more along those lines.
Yeah, it'll be more horizontal than vertical.
Yeah, I think so. Unless they had their spies down there in Microsoft headquarters, and then they brought back a shot, and they're like, "This is what theirs looks like," and then they did it like that. But
well,
a lot of espionage.
Well, Matt, speaking of Xbox Series X, I heard we have some new information.
Yeah. So, can I just ask one more PlayStation question?
Go
though,
ahead,
first?
Matt.
So, what were the games we listed? That Teddy started listing. That
My
we were gonna see?
prediction is a God of War. I'm not going all out on the line right now with the pizza bet, right? But
All right.
I am saying, which I do have a pizza bet with Keith, that The Last of Us Part 2 multiplayer will not release before the end of this year. Just throwing that out there. Just saying, it's not gonna happen. God of War 2 teaser.
Okay.
Horizon sequel. I could see more than just a teaser with that. That's probably ready or close to ready. And Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2. What about Bloodborne?
No.
Bloodborne not making a comeback?
No. If it is, then I don't know. I mean, the same team just made Sekiro.
Yeah.
As far as I know, I don't think they have multiple teams. And I remember even before Sekiro, I was surprised Sekiro launched because I don't know the guy's name.
Isn't it
but
Sekiro?
The guy... No.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's Sekiro. But I don't know. I've heard both, actually. I don't know which one's correct.
It's
But I've heard
Japanese,
both.
right?
Yeah.
So you got to read it as evenly as possible.
Sekiro.
Yeah.
Sekiro.
They don't do much with emphasis.
Sekiro.
Yikes.
Nope.
Yikes.
I don't know about that one.
I was trying to figure out how to emphasize it as much as possible.
You did it bad.
Oh.
I said that so definitively where I was like, no, it's not. And then I was like, well, I have no idea. I've heard it as both, so I don't know. But I actually say both sometimes. I don't know.
Okay.
But the dude who's the leader of that team at FromSoft, before Sekiro came out, there was a quote saying that he wasn't going to make any more Souls-like games. He was like, Bloodborne's the last one, we're not doing this anymore. So all my friends kept being like, Bloodborne 2, and I was like, he said he wasn't going to do it. And then he made another one, so who knows?
Huh.
Yeah.
It's like when they said Lost wasn't in purgatory, but it was. It always was.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Spoilers.
It's a bad show.
Dude, now you're gonna have Adam Wells coming after you.
I've only watched the final season of Lost, and I think it's a bad show.
You cannot. That is not okay.
It's like
You cannot say I only watched the last season.
Well, see,
And
I
it's a
think
bad show.
the way that Lost was, it was like everybody's real excited to find out what the mystery was. So I was like,
Yeah.
I'll watch the final season, find out what the mystery was, see if there was a cool payoff. And I was just like, none of this is
From what I've
interesting.
heard, the payoff was bad.
Do you think?
Wow.
Well, I was gonna say, do you think watching the final season of Game of Thrones would be good? But no, that apparently the last season was bad.
No,
my God.
don't do that. Don't do that.
Literally don't watch it ever. Even if you do watch the whole show,
Just watch through
skip
season
that
7.
one. Skip that last season.
Watch through season 7, make up an ending in your head.
Yeah, watch up to 6 and then be like, ooh, yeah, this person that I've wanted to win the whole time, that's who won.
Do you think
Right?
that
But
Fast and the
that's it.
Furious game will be a launch title for the PS5?
What?
That Fast and the Furious game.
I mean,
What?
will they put it out at the same time?
I know what you
Maybe.
mean.
How do you define a launch title?
It is available the day the console is available
I would
for
say
that console.
What is their release date? Fast and Furious
I think it's
Crossroads.
August.
Well, it
I think
could
the console will come out maybe October, so they might have a
be.
version
I'm
ready.
not sure. Who knows?
Who knows? Matt, you were going to tell me about
Anyway.
the Xbox Series X?
Yeah. Xbox Series X, they being Director of Program Management for the Xbox Series X, Jason Ronald,
That day.
talked about the support for thousands of games, quote, thousands of games from Xbox 360 and Xbox One. There's some other interesting quotes in this. He said, HDR color, and even double the frame rate of select set of titles from 30 to 60 and from 60 to 120 even. Backwards compatible games will run natively on Xbox Series X hardware with the full power of the CPU, GPU, and SSD. So I feel like they're kind of talking about, you know how Sony did that one for the PS5 a while ago where Mark Cerny was like, this is how the system's going to run. I feel like they're trying to get to that where they were like, at a system level, we're going to offer these enhancements to backwards compatible titles. And then also that there will be thousands of titles that are that. So they're like going big on the backwards compat stuff. And like I said, they said it's working at a system level. So things like the quick resume feature or the, what is it called? I gotta find it in here. No boost mode, no clocking.
You thinking of smart delivery?
Not smart delivery. I think it is like the quick resume feature where like you pause the game and like it's in a state.
Apparently you're supposed to be able to do that with multiple different games.
Yeah, exactly. So like you don't have to shut down a game to start up another game. In theory, you're just like on a pause screen of your state in that game. Okay, here's the quote. In addition to the new quick resume feature, which was designed to not only work with new games, but it can also be enabled for backwards compat titles. So that allows you to resume exactly where you left off across multiple titles, ensuring gamers can get right back to the fun in an instant.
Gamers rise up, dude. Let's go.
Gamers get back to the fun. 2020.
Yeah. And that's most of that. That was from Polygon, that article. And I'm just wondering, again, back to the Sony stuff, are they going to go hard on backwards compatible?
No, I don't think they will, because I think they've kind of been like, okay, so I know I saw a thing that games coming out after July will have to work on the PS5, but not everything from even PS4 is going to play on PS5. They're doing their best. But going back further than that, I don't think anything from
Which was a fun reveal from the Mark Cerny thing, because originally they were like, yeah, backwards compatibility, well, yeah. And everybody just assumed that it was going to be, everything.
I don't think anybody actually said that. I think it was just Xbox was saying, yeah, we're doing backwards compatibility, so everybody figured that PS5 would match.
No, I'm pretty sure PlayStation confirmed it, but they didn't confirm, how many. Everybody assumed that it was going to be everything, and then Mark Cerny was like, oh, we got, what did he say? I think he was like, oh, we have the 100 most played PlayStation 4 games ready to go, and with thousands more testing or something, and we're all like, wait.
That's a pretty good Mark Cerny voice that you're doing.
Thank you. I wasn't even trying.
I mean, I understand kind of the technical issues with it. Like the PS2 had a special chip that's why like PS3 games couldn't play PS2. Because they didn't want to have to put that chip in each PS3. It would be nice if they try and go the way that Xbox went this generation, where they started to like figure out how to make these games work, so that going forward they're able to offer that backwards compatibility. They just need to put in the work to kind of basically emulate all of these games. Because
Microsoft's like, everything's a PC. You're right. They're just different levels of power PCs. Now everything works everywhere.
I mean, I think Xbox has just kind of been about making more powerful hardware, whereas PlayStation has kind of been making very specialized things. Like, for example, in the PS5, they have their like specialized hard drive. And, PS2, they had a specialized chip. So making that work might not be as easy to do as like hey, it's a more powerful basic PC, so it might be more complicated, but it would be nice if this coming generation PlayStation put a team who was kind of like figure out how to make every game work. I want to play Digimon World 1 for the PlayStation 1 on my PlayStation 5. I figured
Sony
out
is the worst at that.
I figured out how to make, so I hooked up my PlayStation 3 and I want to stream Digimon World 1. And so, because if I run HDMI, I ran into issues. Oh,
Yep. HTCP.
yeah, it was Ratchet and Clank All for One that I ran into issues with. I think Digimon World 1 still worked. So what I had to do was I had to order component cables for the PS3, which they don't make anymore. I had to get from a third party who is making the component cables.
Shit.
That's kind of neat.
And then I had to get a component to HDMI converter and then plug that into my capture card. So I can now play Ratchet and Clank All for One and Digimon
I could have just
World 1.
sent you my old Elgato capture card.
Does it work with...
The old external ones that were like the Elgato,
I know
just
exactly
basic.
what you're talking about.
Yeah, I used to plug my PS3 into that. It worked.
They used to come with a specific cord, right?
I don't even remember.
The one that I had
honestly.
came with, they were like, here's the HDMI that you use for Xbox and most everything, and then here's this weird one that you
It was like an S video
PS3.
cable or something.
Yeah.
I definitely considered that as an option, but it is nice to have it where I can... Like, the current capture cards from Elgato are 0 latency, so you can just play off your computer screen.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Man, dude, back in the day when I was streaming Destiny 1 on twitch.tv/tbstiatgames,
wow.
Everybody go to that channel. I think there's a very old VOD of
There's
Teddy.
a couple of highlights from forever ago.
And he is a small child.
Yeah.
Small.
And they were, for the longest time, because of the capture card, I was constantly fighting with like audio desync because it was delayed. And on OBS, you would like put in a specific sync to try. Oh my God, it was a nightmare. And everything was like, oh, get a new capture card, or like plug it into USB 3.0, which my computer didn't have 3.0 at that time because it wasn't a standard thing. And now everything just doesn't have a delay, and it's like, oh my God.
That's great.
It was like, get a PS4 and get a new capture card. I was like, no, I have a PS3 and I'm playing Destiny on it. The menus take 3 minutes to load, and then my audio is desynced.
Oh my God.
Darian, is there a new League of Legends that you will be playing on your mobile device?
It's probably no.
That's very specific.
Darian, what would you do if there was a new League of Legends, but on your mobile device?
Not play it is her answer.
So it's okay. Bryce is talking about League of Legends Wild Rift. It's a game that's coming to mobile devices, which is not
and supposed to be eventually
100%.
consoles.
Right? Yeah. Yep. Mobile and consoles, and it's like a diet version of League of Legends, so that they can have it on more
all the fun, 0 calories.
All the fun, 0 calories.
Most of the taste.
Just as much of an addiction. It's fine. Basically, they simplified it a little bit. It's a similar premise, but it's like a smaller map. It's supposed to take less time.
They should do that to the regular game.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was like, do that to the PC version. Is there gonna be a PC version of Wild Rift? Can I play that?
Y'all can have that. I have no interest in that. I very, very badly do want this though. Like, I'm excited for it because I very much like League of Legends. Let's see. I did read this article about 3 times, and I don't see an actual release date.
It definitely seems like it's closer.
It was mostly
than
that
it has
video,
been.
right? There was like a
there's like a
long
15-minute video. It's a dev diary.
Yeah, to be clear, the article that I shared with her to get her to talk about this was the Verge article saying, here's your first good look at League of Legends Wild Rift on mobile. So I figured she's a League of Legends person. She can tell us what she thinks of League of Legends Wild Rift on mobile.
It looks really pretty. I'm excited to see how they'll do because I'm curious if they'll have every champion. I didn't watch the whole 15-minute video because I read the article right before we started recording, so I didn't take time to watch the dev diary. But it looks pretty cute and exciting, and all Riot content I will take. Thank you.
Even that FPS?
Not Valorant. That doesn't count.
Okay. That's not real Riot.
all
It's not real
Runeterra
Riot.
related.
It seems like they are like rolling out alpha invites right now, so pre-register on your email. I was listening to the video.
Did you pre-register, Darian?
Not yet.
You should get on that.
I'm on it.
Hey, Teddy, when was the last time you played World of Warcraft?
Oh my god. Too long, sadly. It's been too long. It's been a while. And you know how long it's been since the last BlizzCon? Like a year. And you know how long it's gonna be? Another year. Because they canceled it. Yeah, BlizzCon 2020. Canceled. You would know why coronavirus is taking over everyone forever.
Yeah, that this is not surprising developments. There's 2 cons that I was going to attend in August that have canceled. Well, one of them canceled. The other one is postponed to 2021, and it's like that's you just canceled this year.
Just do.
Well, does your ticket
year.
transfer?
Yeah,
then?
I think that's what the deal is, that they're
that's kinda
transferring
neat.
tickets. So
Yeah, that's nice.
But it's like I could have just bought a
nice
new
of
ticket
them.
next year. You could refund my money, and then I would just buy a new ticket. But it's whatever.
But then they have to be able to afford that.
Yeah, they probably were like, "Hey, we don't have to give them their money back if we're just postponed."
There's a game that launched that none of us played this between the last 2 episodes that's free to play that I was kind of surprised. I want to know if you guys watched anyone play it or anything.
Okay.
It was Amazon's Crucible.
I played it.
You played it?
I did play it. It's not that great. It's really not that great.
Look particularly good.
Yeah, I played it because it had gotten good like first impressions from like I don't remember what site, but there were a couple of different sites that were like, "Oh, it's out and it's actually pretty decent." And I was like, "Okay, I'll give it a shot." I mean, it's fine, but like it's a fully like multiplayer kind of thing, and for me it has to really grab me for me to play that.
Yeah, that's the tough part about a multiplayer game for anyone to launch, right? Like,
yeah,
if the players aren't there, then
yeah, and I'm not sure if they're gonna be. We shall see.
It seemed like it came and went real quick. 3 days. It was.
They paid a lot of streamers to play
it was like paid ad, and then everyone bounced off of it, which is like not always the case. A lot of time people will stick with it and be like, okay, maybe this game has something, but like anyone that was doing an ad seemed to not play it after.
Yeah. Yeah, it's sad.
Do you know who's stuck with us? Our Patreon producers. Thank you to Aaron C. and Dragons Lucas for supporting Ready Set Gamecast through the years, through the months, through the days. Your donation support, the amount of money, helps keep the lights on and all the great stuff, and helps us in so many cool ways. If you want to get a shout out on Ready Set Gamecast, you can go to patreon.com/lastgeek, and for $5 you can receive a shout out on each and every episode. Or for other amounts, you can get other things. Like for $1, you can receive early access to content like Let's Plays, which by the time this is out, the first part of our Dungeons and Dragons adventure will be available. You will get to hear my character talk to a small child. Matt's character stalk Teddy's character.
Yeah.
Which one's worse?
It's all there.
Probably his character talking to a child, to be honest. That one was rough.
There's gonna be a clip. I'm gonna post a clip of that at some point. But yeah, it's gonna be a good time, and there'll be more parts of that coming, and we'll find out if Teddy continues to participate in that after he's no longer on. Will it happen? We'll find out.
Stay tuned.
Teddy's conversation corner is gone now because Teddy, do you want to do a last conversation?
I'm just mad because I was told that you were going to keep the conversation corner as a legacy segment, and then you apparently just gave up on it. Okay, fine.
My plan was that Teddy's conversation corner would be questions, comments. I was just going to rename questions.
That's fine, but that's also not what the segment
but Darian
was.
reads questions, comments.
We can't rename a segment that is mine after Teddy just because he left. That is bullshit. That's not how that works.
What if it's like Darian presents the segment formerly known as
Teddy's idea
Teddy's
of
Conversation
what
Corner.
What?
I love
A
that.
questions and comments
Presented to you by
segment.
Coca-Cola.
When you're here, your family.
Should we name it like Teddy's News Roundup? Should we?
I mean, that's fine, but also the Conversation Corner was its own special thing. It meant, like, literally, like, I mean, I'm not saying you have to do it in the future, right? But it could be anything. It could be anything that happened to you this last week. Are you watching a cool show? You see a cool movie? It's just all it has to be. It could even be video game related, but it doesn't have to be video game related. Just
We
something
can talk
cool.
about how Avatar's on Netflix now.
Yeah. Or like, hey, Avatar's on Netflix.
And
You know?
there's
That's it.
memes that are very wholesome about it.
Yes, it's pretty great. I'm very happy about it.
Uh,
Thank God. It's getting the recognition it finally deserves.
Well,
With its just disgusting popularity on Netflix, maybe they'll make an Avatar MMO finally.
Oh my God, I wish.
Teddy's dreams will come true.
Teddy will be back
Hire me.
on the show.
Somebody hire me to make it.
they have made Avatar games, but I don't think any of them are good.
They're all like, you know, around the time of the show. So like PS2,
Yeah.
like really crappy arcade kind of games.
Well, this brings us to questions and comments.
We're here for the questions and comments. Do you want to be a part of the show? Go to readysetgamecast.com/submit to submit a question, comment, or your favorite arcade game for us to read on the show.
Galaga.
Are we supposed to name our favorite arcade game right now?
I'm just throwing that
I mean,
out
we
there.
don't have to, but
Just
now I'm
Galaga.
thinking about it.
This Galaga is
I
mine.
mean, I used to play the Simpsons like side scroll beat 'em up arcade game a lot.
Yes.
Nice.
Because that was a machine that was at a bowling alley near me. And then also like Mortal Kombat. I don't know. It was an early 3D Mortal Kombat with the giant pit at the bottom. If you killed someone, they fell, or if you ran out of lives, I think you fell down the pit into spikes. But it was like a really
Yikes.
long because like the 30-second countdown happened, so you could put more coins in. So I used to let it roll all the way as I fell.
Also, I mean, it's not a video game, but it's an arcade game. Skee Ball, man. Shout the fuck out to Skee Ball.
yeah.
Skee Ball
Skee Ball's pretty fun.
rules. It's awesome.
Have you guys ever played the arcade version of Luigi's Mansion?
No.
I did, and where I played it, it was super broken.
So cute. They have it at our
cute.
local Chuck E. Cheese's. I play it with my little sister every time we go. It's great.
Nice.
Bryce hasn't said anything about arcade games.
Yeah,
so
what's an
I'm gonna ask the
arcade game you
questions.
like, Bryce?
I imagine there's
Yep,
one that I
Bryce.
really like, but all I can think of is Turtles in Time.
Turtles in Time? Okay, yeah. Was Turtles in Time the one that was like also on consoles?
There might have been a release for it at some point. I know that there's like one of those arcade 1-up machines of it right now.
Okay.
But like I don't think there's an easy way to play it. Like I think there was a PS3 release of it, maybe.
Super Nintendo. That was awesome. I loved that one. I used to play that with my friend all the time. I didn't own it, but he did.
So Darian.
So the first question is from Erin, and she asks, "What's your favorite thing about Teddy? Mine is his sense of humor. I think he's hilarious, and I laugh every time he calls someone dog."
Was that an actual question? Oh, it was. Oh. I totally didn't believe that.
What do you think? Darian just like pulled that and be like, Aaron said this, so I'm gonna.
Erin
Yeah, that's
said
fair.
this
If you're
very
gonna-
specific thing.
To be fair, if you're gonna use somebody as a like fake question, Erin would be the one. You know, she's closest to the podcast.
I would just make up a name.
That's true. Bob asks.
The next question we have is
Well, this
one
is
that
sweet,
was,
but I'm not gonna answer.
was a real one, but it's gotta. Okay, Darian, you gotta ask.
My favorite thing about Teddy is all of it. I like Teddy a lot.
The whole package.
The whole package.
The whole Teddy.
Oh, I'll take it. That also seems like a cop-out, but like, okay.
I feel like I was
take it.
put on the spot because I
It's
was the
fine.
one that asked the question, so I shouldn't be the one that answers first.
I mean, I think you're
Well, you just
supposed to
read
you're supposed to direct the question at people.
Matt, what's your favorite thing about Teddy?
I think that I don't know. I admire Teddy's drive and stick-to-itiveness, I would say.
Oh,
He's a very driven young man. He's going places. He's going in the right direction.
I'm trying.
No, this is like serious. I'm not
I'm
trying
trying.
to be like goofy about it. It is coming out a little goofy, but yeah, I don't know. I'm impressed with Teddy. I think he's got like, you look at that first episode, we were looking at it, and then he was like, I'm gonna work out and get buff. Look at him now. That's drive right there.
true.
Look at Teddy. He's making positive changes and he's always trying to get better, and that's, I don't know. I
Aw.
admire that.
It's really nice.
Bryce, your turn.
I like Teddy's willingness to try new things. Like I think
I like
throughout
that
the
too.
last few years, like I mean, Teddy had never done a podcast or a lot of things when he first joined RSG, and he was like, okay. I mean, he says several years like, I never said yes, but it's like, you were on it for 2 years. I think at some point that was a yes.
I mean, it was a yes, but I just think it's funny how you got me to do the podcast. You were like, hey, are you interested in doing podcasts? I was like, yeah, I'm interested. And you're like, okay. And then just went off with your plans as if I'm the co-host, and I just went with it.
If someone says yes, I'm interested, I take that as a yes. I'll do the thing. Not like
not what that means, though. Just for the future.
Matt, as a third party, can I get a verdict if someone says yes, I'm interested in something? Do you take that as a yes? I can proceed as.
I mean, it depends how far out it is, right? Like,
That's a good point.
how far in advance is it? Yes, I'm interested is a great way to say, yeah, update me when you have more info, or the date is much closer. And then
Yeah,
you s-
both are good.
That's kind of how I answer every time someone tries to invite me to a stream team of some kind. Is like, oh, okay, yeah. I mean, I'm interested, but I obviously
not
will
going
need
to
more
commit to anything
information
right now.
before.
See, as someone who has to plan many things, I go, like, I ask them, hey, do you want to do this? And then they say, if they give me some sort of affirmative, I take that as a yes, because many of the plans you need to have that, like, proceed with knowing this
But
person's
also,
part of it.
maybe just in the future be like, does that mean you're going to do this? Because they're two different answers.
Sure, but
But I see what
saying
you mean.
at what
I'm interested is not saying, yeah, I'll do it.
You were like, hey, are you interested in doing a podcast about video game news? I was like, I'm interested. But like, that also means like, talk to me more about it. Like, what, like, let's get this conversation going.
Which I imagine I did. I said, here's what the
Yeah, you
podcast
did.
is. And, it happened.
Yeah.
Anyway, but
Yeah,
so
it's fine.
Yeah, that's just how it
I'm
works.
just messing with you.
we did the podcast. I mean, we've done Let's Plays. We went to, you did videos at PAX. There was a lot of stuff
Which I
that
used to get into an internship.
Yeah,
So,
which
like,
I had
it's
to
pretty good.
message Teddy's teacher to say that he was on a educational
Yes,
trip.
because for the longest time you were like, oh, you gotta go to PAX with me, and I was like, I would love to, but that's literally like during school, like I go to college. So I eventually was like, fuck it, it's fine. And I
Yeah.
think I only did it where I only ended up missing like 2 days of class, because I think I went to classes on Wednesday and went after my classes, and then I was gone Thursday and Friday and was back before Monday.
Yeah, it was so weird messaging your teacher and being like, he's on a business trip. It's fine.
Yeah, because I
But-
told her, I was like, I'm doing it
Business,
for like
business.
video production.
Yeah. But I know that you've used footage from that stuff for like your portfolio and
It's in my
stuff,
reel. A lot of
Yeah.
it is in my reel.
nice.
So I think Teddy's been really good about just like trying new things, even if he's unsure about them, and like, I guess trying his best, even if he's, not, doing it for the first time. Even like Dungeons and Dragons, like all of us kind of came into that being like, I don't know. Like it was my idea, and I'm like, I've seen it played. I haven't played it before, but
I've
we're
never
gonna
played
see.
it.
And we like we figured it out and we did some stuff. So
Yeah. Thanks.
Teddy, what's your
Thanks,
favorite
guys.
thing about yourself?
yeah, Teddy.
Oh, God. That's like, hey, person with very low self-esteem, say something positive about yourself, and then I'm like, oh.
Do it.
I don't know. It more goes with what Matt said. It is like I like that I'm persistent, always continuing to try, even if it's difficult.
I'm taking a do-over.
Okay.
My favorite thing about Teddy is actually how positive and encouraging he can be. He's really good at finding the right words to like fix your whole day, or at least bring you up a little bit, which has been super nice. Like, I like talking to Teddy when I'm not in a super great mood, because like even if I don't tell him what's wrong, like typically he's more positive and upbeat, so he just brings the mood up pretty well, and I like that a lot.
Oh, that's really sweet, because that's definitely something that I try to do, because I feel like I'm not the best at like being empathetic, or I am, but like I don't always know how to show it. So I'm glad that it does come through.
I also want to throw in that like one of the things I really like about him is just how like informed he is about, you know, video games and stuff. Like when I'd come up with the idea for RSG, I was like, who could I have on this show? And Teddy was the first person I thought of, because just how informed he is about video games and knowledgeable. So it was like, okay, Teddy's on board. I can do this show now. And then, I was like, okay, who else?
All right, now if anybody is watching the video version, we can go forward, because I'm visibly blushing. So.
All right, the next question is from Gamer.
Gamer
asks, what do you think of Valorant and the potential it has as an already rising esports scene from beta to bring new talent to the scene? And will it remain relevant after its official release? I don't care for Valorant, so somebody who has played it, please speak.
That game's gonna be fucking huge. That game is going to be giant and make a shit ton of money. It already kind of is and has.
I don't
And it's
know.
only gonna
I
grow.
honestly like. It looks like it's Overwatch with Half-Life, and I don't know.
Did you just say Half-Life?
Counter-Strike.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other Valve product.
I knew what you meant.
It's
Yeah, I
off
mean-
of the Half-Life engine.
Yeah,
so
wasn't
like-
Counter-Strike a mod of Half-Life?
Kind of. I mean, it was off of the Source engine.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure. Anyway.
I think it was. I think you're right.
I guess it didn't really like. It looks meh to me, and I'd have to see it in a year and see if it really sticks out. I'm like, there's so many esports games going around. I don't know if it has something unique enough to blow people away, because like they announced new characters for Valorant, and I keep just seeing people be like, that's so and so from Overwatch. You just put blah blah from Overwatch in now.
Yeah.
I know I much prefer watching Valorant gameplay to watching CS:GO. Like at a base level, I think the games are slightly shorter in Valorant, and just I don't know, the style I think is better than what CS:GO has to offer at this point. My general problem with esports is that the talent pool and like it's so game specific, like, and the way rosters seem to change in a lot of like shooter esports. Like if you look at Overwatch League, the way those rosters have changed season to season and even like halfway through seasons, there's no consistency. So when you try to create like momentum around the teams, and I guess this is mostly a critique of Overwatch League at this point, when you try to create the momentum around like the league and the teams, you really lose that if you don't have like franchise players that are around for several years.
That's just a problem with esports, though. And that's
Right.
always, like, since I started watching esports, it's one of the reasons why I always want to get really into it. And when Overwatch League launched, I was like, this is my chance. I like the format of it a lot. I'll follow it. I'll stay really into it. And then the second the rosters started moving, I was like, I can't fucking keep track because
exactly.
it's not
and
like it's not even like football or like regular sports where they move like at the end of the year and even then like almost all of the players usually stay on their team, right? Whereas in Overwatch League, it's like Florida Mayhem from last season to this season, I'm pretty sure is a completely new roster. Like they got rid of everybody. So it's like, what allegiance do I have to this team now?
Yeah, exactly. Anything they try to build there. I think Valorant, though, it's supported by Riot. They are very much like an esport company in that way. Like all of their games have competitive scenes with big tournaments and long seasons with that. So I think they'll support that, and it'll be fine. There will be a big scene around that.
Yeah, they'll support it, and they said that they plan on supporting it for esports, but they said that they don't necessarily plan on doing it exactly like they do League of Legends. Like they might not do it that way where they do LCS. They might do it differently, which I think is smart. It means they're looking at it, they're going to make something tailored to it and to its success. So I think it's going to be really huge. The game already was giant on Twitch for the longest time. Their beta strategy was really smart.
I realized throughout this question answering that I literally haven't seen any gameplay of Valorant since they released the teaser footage.
Oh, wow. It looks a little different.
I have no idea what this game is.
So
I just hate FPSs so much.
Do you have a picture in your mind of CSGO?
Yeah.
Like one side attacking the other?
Yeah.
And planting a bomb? Okay,
sure.
now picture Overwatch, where it's like cartoony. And now it looks like Overwatch, but it plays like CSGO. And that is...
And they have abilities, but they don't use them super often, so it's like... It's still more CSGO than Overwatch.
Yeah, the map feels more... Like, the map looks more toned down than Overwatch's maps, where it seems more CSGO-y. I've only seen a few of them, but it's a lot like brown walls that I've seen.
Thanks, I hate it.
It didn't blow me away.
Were you following it? I mean, you weren't following it because you didn't see it, but like when they launched it, the only way you could get a beta was through watching a Twitch stream, and you had a chance at it. So like it was #1 on Twitch for like weeks.
I think it is still pretty high. People were running replays of their stream as a new stream. Like they were just taking recorded video of their stream and then restreaming that as a new stream so that they could continue like getting on the front page and getting the drops in their chat and stuff.
Yeah, I mean there were people running 24-hour Valorant streams just to get people in there to collect keys.
Yeah.
Damn, I could have been famous by now.
You could have.
Different Gamer asked, what do you think about the Call of Duty franchise remastering its old games? And would the remasters capture the nostalgia everyone seems to share about the Modern Warfare series? I also don't care about Call of Duty.
Same.
It depends what you're talking about, right? Because Call of Duty is very multifaceted when it comes to the aspects of it. There's the campaign, and in the Treyarch games there's zombies, and there's zombies in other ones, but no one cares about those.
Zombies are best.
And then there's the multiplayer, right? So like I feel like Modern Warfare, the reboot that they made, I think they did a really good job of kind of recapturing the excitement for the Modern Warfare reboot for the multiplayer. I can't say much about the single player because I don't know. I did play. I played the Call of Duty. I played COD 4 Modern Warfare, the campaign, but I didn't play it like when it came out. The rumor is that the next Call of Duty is Black Ops, and it's like a Black Ops reboot. And I definitely played that campaign, and I played a shit ton of that multiplayer. So I'll be able to judge a lot more then because I actually do have nostalgia for Black Ops. So I think they're doing a good job when it comes to the multiplayer. I can't say personally about the campaign because I know that they kind of did a reboot there, but I'm not sure. But I I still would rather them do new things, but like they don't. I don't really want to.
So in my memory, and it might just be like the age I was at when those Call of Duties were relevant, right? Like that's kind of how nostalgia works, right? So I feel like before Modern Warfare, the campaigns were there. They were like the core of the game.
Yeah.
But not in a like Hollywood blockbuster style.
Yeah.
Necessarily. And all of them were World War II, I think, up until that point. So it was like, I think Call of Duty 3, right, was also a World War II game, and everyone, and the ones before that, Big Red one, and whatever else was before that.
Yeah.
So Modern Warfare was like, we're bringing this to, right now times. And then they put like a lot of money behind, we're going to have a big cinematic campaign that's going to, make you walk through an irradiated wasteland as part of the scene, right? And then they also really upped their multiplayer game with the perk systems and like the RPG elements, and that, from Modern Warfare, you saw that like put into every shooter after that, right? Until now. Like that
COD
exists.
4 was the big multiplayer revolution.
And they definitely tuned it better with Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
I don't know if any so this I guess is where the nostalgia thing comes in. Like I feel like Black Ops is a recent series to me, even though there's 5 of those games now, or 4 of those.
4.
Yeah. And so
Black Ops was my entry to Call of Duty.
Right. So you have the nostalgia for it.
Yeah.
So I guess it is there. And I think the Black Ops campaign was really good. I remember playing that.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
like that one stands out to me.
But other than, I don't think there's much further you can do past Black Ops when it comes to the reboot. Like, because Ghost didn't catch on. No one cared about Ghost. No one cared about Advanced Warfare.
They did the World War II one. I would say the only other one would be World at War, which was after Modern Warfare. They went back to World War II and and that's where the zombies mode first came from. Nazi zombies was in it.
Yeah.
And that, like, I played so much Nazi zombies in the original World at War game, but I didn't play much of the regular game. So I don't know. But
yeah. I don't know how long it's really gonna last them, is my thing. But if the next Call of Duty is a Black Ops reboot, I'm fucking for it, because Black Ops legitimately was kind of what got me to fall in love with video games. So like, I'm down.
The Black Ops story campaign in the first one was really good. It was top notch.
Yeah, the campaign's awesome. But like, I played a shit ton of the multiplayer and the zombies back in Black Ops. Like, I'd be down. But man, if they do a reboot and they reboot the zombies, people are kind of gonna lose their shit, because the zombies community is massive.
Right.
Of people who really care about Treyarch zombies. And they've gotten really into the story, and there was a conclusion for the story in Black Ops 4. Like, it's done. So if they do that, I feel like people might be mad, or maybe they'd welcome it. I don't know. It's kind of risky, but I don't know how long it's going to last, but so far with their first try at it with Modern Warfare, it was pretty good. Like, people really like Modern Warfare. People really like Warzone. Solid.
The next question is from Keith. He asks, what is the best memory you have about Teddy? And what toppings should I get from the pizza Teddy is going to buy me?
Oh my god, I'm not gonna buy you a pizza because there's no way that comes out this year, Keith. There's no way.
What's that?
This is a callback because I mentioned it earlier in the episode how I have a pizza bet with Keith. It's not gonna come out.
What was it about? It was about the multiplayer mode in The Last of Us 2 coming out by the end of the year.
Yeah, I said it's not happening, and he's like, I think it will. I was like, all right, all right. But,
I think you should get pepperoni and
man.
mushrooms.
Ooh, that sounds great. I usually just do pepperoni when I do get pizza.
Pepperoni and light bacon is top tier.
Ooh,
I don't like getting bacon on pizza because it's just too much.
You gotta get light bacon. No, you can't go full bacon.
Just go Hawaiian.
No.
Oh God, no.
Sorry.
Matt's off the podcast now. We need a new.
Wow.
No, we don't judge people for their pizza toppings unless they get anchovies.
Oh man, I love anchovies on pizza.
You're out. Just kidding. I take it back. Goodbye.
Just kidding. Bye.
Bye.
I don't like
Somebody
any
kick him from the
fish.
Zoom call, quick.
I love pepperoni anchovy. That's a good combo.
That cannot be true.
I don't think I've ever had that.
That's
to be
not
honest.
real.
I feel like not a lot of places have anchovies now.
I can't get over how they're just whole fucking fish. Gross. They're just.
I'm not gonna lie. The only time I can think of anchovies on a pizza is in the Club Penguin pizza mini game.
Oh, I think about it because of SpongeBob.
You guys know what I'm talking about out
It's
there.
super fucking weird.
Yeah, just get pepperoni.
My favorite memory of Teddy. Bryce, you
God
first.
damn it! Stop.
My favorite memory of
We
Teddy
don't have
is
to
from-
do this. We don't have to do this. It's fine.
God, it's hard to think of like a specific memory. Like we've known him for, like I said, like 4 years. Like the anniversary of Ready Set Gamecast will be in a couple months, or 4 year
That's crazy.
anniversary.
Do you think Teddy will come back for that one?
What?
Sure.
Yeah.
Hell
Like
yeah.
I said, I'm down to come back as guests.
Teddy
So,
Teddy just comes
if
back
the
for the
anniversary
yearly
things.
anniversaries.
That's it.
So it's hard to like, think of a memory. It'd be like, what's your, like, if someone asked me what my favorite memory of my girlfriend is, like, I don't know, like, I know her, like, we've done a lot of things, like,
That's not a good.
Okay,
you should
you're
have
bad
a
at this.
favorite.
I just love that.
You should have a favorite memory. With your girlfriend.
no.
My favorite memory of Teddy was meeting him the first time in person in Seattle. It was really cool. Like, we met up and we brought him back to the Airbnb, and it was great because I didn't know what to expect as far as like what he would look like, and like it was.
You knew him.
I mean, you definitely know what to expect, but I know what you're saying.
It wasn't completely
Right.
like blindsided, like who's this stranger? But like I didn't know how tall he was. I didn't,
not that tall, guys.
It's hard to tell exactly what you look like through the webcam.
Yeah, that's
So, and I don't know. It's just I was really surprised by like his just general vibe. I thought it was
Darian
really
thought
cool.
Teddy was catfishing the entire time.
I didn't know.
Yo, if there's anything that I can take out of this podcast is that I got a cool vibe.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You do have a cool vibe.
I'm down with it.
I guess, like,
I'm not very tall, guys. I will say that.
We're the same height, aren't we?
I'm 5'8", yeah.
Yeah, we're the same height.
Okay.
I don't know if there's,
Oh,
like,
yeah. I'm pretty sure we compared that a few
I
times.
think we stood back to back.
Yeah. I'm 5'8" and 3/4, so like almost 5 times.
I'm a little bit shorter than you.
Fuck yeah. We nailed it, guys.
I don't know if there's a specific memory, but I just know that, like, when I first started streaming and found out about other kind of funny best friends, like the kind of streaming community around that, and found Teddy, like, he was just, like, really entertaining, really funny, and like, the way, like, you could make fun of him in, like goofing on him, and he kind of just, like, took it in really great ways, was like really made him endearing, I guess. So kind of like the first time I saw him as a streamer is one of my favorite memories of just kind of like that. And like, I mean, we've seen Teddy like grow a lot over the last few years. Like you said, you were still just starting early in college, and now we're a full ass adult going off into the world. You're leaving the podcast
Graduating.
and going moving out in the world.
Yeah, man. I graduated in December. It's kind of crazy.
Oh my god, that was almost 6 months ago.
That's what's even more
Feels like
crazy.
yesterday, December.
Whenever I realize it, I'm like, oh, fuck. It's been a bit. Oh, man. Yeah. My favorite memory of at least fucking Bryce and Darian, I'm just saying of meeting you guys, was easily PAX. PAX was awesome. That was a great
awesome.
trip. Yeah. And I was definitely like, it was not a great time in my life at that point. And PAX itself like helped a lot, like being there and being with friends. I will say, Matt, did we ever, because in my head, this memory is so distant that I'm like, is this true? Didn't we stream Overwatch together at one point and we played the May duel mode? Am I crazy with that?
Okay, the snowball fight mode.
Yeah, I don't know
right.
why. That's just my furthest memory with Matt. I
wouldn't have been able to tell you what we played, but now that you say Overwatch, yeah, we did do that.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was fun.
That's I don't know if that's my favorite memory with Matt, but
Wow.
that's my
It's a
furthest
prominent
back.
one.
Yeah,
Mine was, I was gonna say, when I first met Teddy in real life, but Darian stole my answer.
Yeah, that was cool.
Last
we went to
summer,
one of my favorite barbecue
Teddy and I
places.
got barbecue,
Yeah.
and it was awesome.
Really?
That is awesome.
He was visiting Nashville, and
Yeah, I was
he's
touring
like, "Oh, where should I
Nashville,
go?"
and Teddy was like, "Let me show you around like a local."
Yeah, I was like, "Okay, you have to go to this barbecue place, and I will meet you there because I want some." Let's do
Do you want to
it.
go to a podunk almost city in South Dakota?
Actually, yes, I do.
Oh, no, you don't. That's a trick
Take
question.
it back.
So that is all the questions, comments. So just a reminder, we have a new segment coming. It's called Ready, Set, Game Chat. June 14th, we will be we will have played through After Party, and we will be discussing it. It will be great.
Yep.
I actually I think once Darian actually starts it, she'll really like the vibes. It's a cool game, and I'll be excited to see what people think of the story and the general game, and then after that, one of them will select a game for all of us to play, and it'll be a cool every other
Witcher 3.
every other
If you
month.
have suggestions, also throw them out there.
Yeah, you can send them to Ready Set Gamecast /submit. That just seems like a great place to send anything that you need to send to us. So yeah, and also if you have any comments about After Party, send them there, and we'll talk about them on the show. So this brings us to housekeeping. Go to lastgeek.com for links to the podcast on all your favorite podcast services, including iTunes, Spotify, and Stitcher, as well as the video version on YouTube. One last time, Teddy, if you like the show, please subscribe, rate, and review it on iTunes and Stitcher. It helps us grow and become more powerful.
Wow, look how jacked he is now.
It would be great if Teddy's shirt just ripped off. My most powerful flex.
Oh shit.
Other Last Geek stuff you should check out. lastgeek.com/store, where you can buy a poster of Teddy Chinaris, Dexterity, and myself in cool form with cool weapons, and it's great. I don't know
I
how.
have this weapon.
Okay,
That's
it's
cool.
It's in light. Yep.
I'm also
Wow.
real pale.
That
One is on my shirt, or on the shirt that I'm also on.
Yep. I don't know how much
That's
longer we're gonna have that available, so get it while you can.
It's a limited run.
Get
Can I
it.
have 2 shirts and a sweatshirt that's limited availability?
Collector's
maybe
item.
maybe if you
I'm gonna go get a blanket.
yeah, maybe if you see Teddy, you can get him to sign it, and it'll be super exclusive.
Oh my god, if anybody ever asks me to sign anything, I'm gonna lose it. Also,
Same.
don't, because I don't have good handwriting and I have a terrible
Make up a
signature, so I gotta
signature.
practice it. Yeah, in the moment, I'm gonna be like, and then I'm gonna do one totally different
You
from
have
what
a
I do on a
T.
check.
Do something super cool with a T.
I'm not, I have terrible handwriting, man.
So do I.
It's so bad.
You don't have to have good handwriting. You just have to have a prominent letter. Look up
fair.
celebrity autographs.
I
Check
feel
out,
like you practiced this.
check out the latest episode of Game Mate Corp. It's great. I don't know what it is, and like I said, D&D the first Dungeons and Dragons adventure, starring myself, Teddy Chinaris, Matt, my girlfriend Erin, and Dr. Beckers,
/ the video editor.
and our awesome DM Katie Quixotic. Will be available for patrons at patreon.com/lastgeek. We'll have more of those available, and a cool live stream to support Extra Life in August. We're figuring out the dates. But one special one-time segment, the passing of the controller.
Passing of the controller. Okay.
Wow.
Matt.
Teddy Chinaris will now be leaving his hosting duties on to Matt. Matt, are you ready to accept all of Teddy's duties?
Accept my duty, Matt.
I don't know if I want to put up with that crap.
Oh! Dun-dun-tsh. That was great.
Okay.
Oh boy.
All right, Matt. I passed the controller on you.
Okay, yep.
Could Could you hand it a little closer?
Yeah, here, right about there.
I'm reaching. Thanks, Teddy.
Maybe you guys should just sit closer.
It'd be awesome if Teddy just like hold on and like walks over into behind you.
Just walks into the background. Here you go.
Teddy, will you sign? Why didn't you sign this controller for me?
Oh my god.
Hand it back. Hand it back.
Yeah, here.
Yeah, hand it back. Hand it back. Thank you. Hold on, let me grab a pen.
Hold on, let me get a pen real quick.
Don't mark your control. Okay, here you go.
Oh, thanks. Look at that. Where did you sign it?
It's kind of
On the touchpad.
It's hard to see. It's hard to see. Don't worry about it. Yeah,
It's written in black Sharpie on the touchpad.
Yeah, you
Well,
can't see it.
yeah. It's
My
in there.
greasy
Yep.
finger mark is obscuring it.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Teddy, where can people find you in the future?
Oh man, that's a. I didn't think that would hit me. Where can people find you for the last time? Twitch.tv slash Teddy Chinaris. Last name spelled out Chinaris. And then on Twitter at the same place, YouTube at the same place, Instagram at the same place. For sure.
Matt, the new host of Ready Set Gamecast.
You can find me right here on Ready Set Gamecast every 2 weeks.
Hey.
And at Dilbert Pickled on Twitter and Twitch and most places.
Also, I was going to say, I do want to plug my podcast that I am doing. It is not a video game news podcast, so it's not competition at all. But me and my friend Tyson are doing a show for the show called The 100. It's in its last season, and we're basically just doing a recap, like review, just discussion podcast after every episode, and it goes up the day after, so it goes up on Thursdays, and it's called Tyson and Teddy Talk the 100, and you can find it on podcast services and on YouTube.
Nice.
Teddy, should I just watch the last season of 100 to see how it ends?
No. Oh God, no. God, no.
Bryce is a monster.
No, don't do that. Especially with this
is a
show.
monster.
There's so much backstory. Like they go to like cryogenic sleep for like 100 years, and they skip a lot of. It's crazy.
Bryce is literally chaos. Bryce is an embodiment of chaos.
He's like, I want to not understand.
I am chaotic neutral. Are you guys familiar with the YouTube channel Girlfriend Reviews?
Oh hell yeah!
I've heard
I just
of that.
watched their video
A
today.
little bit.
She did. They
great.
did a review of Kingdom Hearts 3, and they're like, we didn't play any of the other ones. And what is anything? What I thought Goofy would be here. It's like, you can't just play Kingdom Hearts 3. That's like watching the last season of Lost.
They knew that too. That's kind of the whole thing. They knew that. They were like, we know we should have, but like, sorry, we're not gonna go back and play all of them.
Then why would you play Kingdom Hearts 3? It was
SEO.
For the views.
Because SEO, yeah, because it was popular at the time.
Darian.
Which is fair.
I'm Darian. Twitch.tv/dexterity, eventually. I think it's been actually over a month since I streamed last. I'm not sure. But DEXTERIDEE. I've also been shit posting on Twitter a lot more often, so like follow me there.
One last reminder, Play After Party. It's available on Game Pass, on Xbox Ones. It's not available on Game Pass on PC. But
yeah, I signed up for Xbox Game Pass on PC. Turns out didn't get After Party.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
the goal.
Aw, damn.
Yeah, I thought it was available on both, but I guess I had it on Epic Game Store, and that's why I had it on PC.
Yeah.
So I do have to buy it on the Switch.
But it is available on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Linux, Microsoft Windows, Mac, and available on Game Pass on Xbox. But I played on the Xbox One S, and I did see some chugging, so PC might, or one of these other options might be better. You can follow me on twitter.com/lastgeekplays. No, twitter.com/lastgeek. Twitch.tv/lastgeekplays. Instagram.com/lastgeekplays. YouTube.com/lastgeek. And I'm already blanking on other things, so that's where I'm going to stop.
Well, I was just going to say one last thing. Legitimately, thank you, Bryce, for the opportunity to be on this for 3 years, almost 4. It's been an awesome experience. I've had a blast with all of the guests, and of course, getting to know you guys and like actually getting to meet up in real life. It was awesome, and I'd love to come back whenever you guys would have me.
We're leaving Teddy in the secret RSG Discord, so if people are missing, Teddy can be like, actually, you know what? I want to talk about the new Assassin's Creed, and we'll be like, you know how it works. Just come, yeah.
Yeah, because that very much might happen. If there is a game that comes out and I'm just having a blast with it, and I'm like, I gotta talk about this, I might be like, hey, can I come on?
Yeah.
So
Can I just be on the next show,
I just want to
please?
talk about this really badly.
I know this game's not relevant, but
Yeah, I'm
Can we
playing a
talk
game from
about
10
it?
years ago.
I just thought about WildStar, and
I just really want to talk about WildStar.
They just announced the WildStar 2, and I need to talk about it.
Oh my god, if that ever happens, so help me God, you're all fucked. Oh my
Jesus, Teddy.
god. A WildStar 2? Oh my god. I'm burning my house down if Just in excitement. I don't know,
You gotta do
man.
it
I don't know what to
faster.
do. I'm jumping out the window. Like, I'm doing front flips. I didn't even know I could do front flips. Like, oh my god. Whew.
Okay, well, this brings us to the end of the podcast. We will see you again in 2 weeks, and Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.